Marc Kid, man, live and in person. Hey, buddy. Nice to see you, Marc. Marc, a dear friend, great guy, and has done an incredible job. You've been running 4 or 5 years now, Captivate?
It seems like it's been longer than that, but yeah, 4 years.
Wow, 4 years. Marc took over Captivate. Captivate is in the elevators and office buildings in the US and Canada, and you guys see it every day. It's right there. It pushes great news and information and entertainment out at you.
Indeed.
And now you're celebrating your 10-year,
no, no,
20-year anniversary.
20
Whoa!
years.
Let's give him a hand.
Right.
20 years of Captivate in the elevators. Man.
And we spent the last, I guess, 30 days or so promoting the Barry Everywhere Conference, and you should have seen that and should have heard from people that saw it in the elevators.
I did. You know, I get calls and texts all the time that people have been seeing in the elevator cabs and in the taxi cabs.
Absolutely.
And the ads look really good. For those of you that have seen them all around, this stuff works, which is great to see.
It's crazy. There were 3 guys that had a dream that if they could put screens in elevators, they'd be able to serve customers good content and advertising. That was basically the idea.
Right.
And they thought it would be easy once they got it in. It took them 20 years, but 20 years later, their vision really became a reality. We've got about 12,000 screens across North America.
12,000.
Great content. We have real human beings that curate the content.
Good.
And so I'm real pleased with the progress we've made, and I think about the next 20 years and what's it going to look like.
Yeah, what happens next?
Well, I'll be in a rocking chair in Texas looking after the grandkids, drinking my favorite adult beverage.
A man from Louisville and Dallas. He's a good Southern gentleman.
But I think what's going to happen over the next 20 years, what you can expect is that buildings will definitely get taller. I can see the day around Central Park where the shadows from the buildings are being casted in. Personal space will get smaller. And the realization of the internet everywhere is going to happen. I remember last year when we were at CES and we were talking to Erwin about the screens on washing machines and screens on refrigerators and all kinds of devices. And I said, will this become an advertising medium? Do you really think that this is something that people will do? And he said, no question. Where there are people, there will be advertising messages. So my sense is you're just going to see a proliferation of screens everywhere. The content on those screens are going to look fabulous because the HD quality that you're seeing now, if you remember the screens we saw last year, and every year we go back, in 20 years from now, the density of those screens will make you feel like you're there. And with augmented reality and AI together, I can see the day you'd walk in an elevator, right, and you won't have to punch the buttons. There'll be that augmented reality person there talking to you about, hey, which floor you want to go to? What do you want to do? And we've begun to test things like voice-activated things and things of that nature. The other thing that's really exciting in the elevator industry is not only will elevators go up and down, but they're going to go east and west, and some are actually able to go from this side to that side diagonally.
Star Trek Enterprise.
Absolutely. So I think it's going to be a fun time. Captivate's got to be in a position to where we can deliver content to agnostic screens wherever they are, and I see us adding language and other types of things. So I'm very bullish on the industry, and it's amazing what you've done in 4 years here.
Oh,
it was not the Barry Everywhere Conference when we first year.
Exactly.
And now it's quite remarkable. Standing room only. Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. You guys close the door there. Mr. X. Nielsen, please close the door behind you. The content is great. I mean, I find that, like I said earlier, you know, to get content these days, you've really got to go to an app, you've got to go to a site, but when you're running in buildings and you're in an elevator, it's great just to see important content, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. It comes right at you, and you guys curated very close. I mean, I don't think a second goes by that there's not new news up there.
No, we work hard at it, and we got a lot of feedback from people on what they want to see and where they want to see. We've got French language content in Montreal. For the first time, we have a market where we're going to deliver both French and English in a market, which is kind of exciting.
Excellent.
So we're doing a lot of interesting things with content, and I see that only getting better. I think the other thing that will be interesting is this will be the launch of the iPhone 10, and my prediction would be in 20 years you won't be carrying around iPhones. They will either be wearables or they will be implantables.
And
you will not have these goofy earphones hanging down from you. You'll have hearing aids that'll be in there, and that's where you'll get your information. So I think that's going to really be interesting because it's going to open up even more value for screens where people are and where they're living their life. Captivate's all about bringing life to work, and so we want to make sure that we can deliver something of value to you so that the workday is special.
Bringing life to work and bringing Captivate to this audience, and it sounds like such a great future. I don't know why you're going to retire on a ranch. There's some exciting things to come.
It'll be time.
Okay, pal. All right, great.